I am about to talk to you about company we all hate with every fiber of our being. Let me give you a hint. It starts with an S and ends with a AGA. Yes, I am talking to you about the evils of Sega. For most of you who don't know Sega, here's a quick summary of it. It's a video company which is pretty popular around most of the world. Their most famous creation, Sonic the Hedgehog. Let me just pause a little to let it sink in. Alright, Sonic the Hedgehog, most famous for Genesis games, was pretty much decimated after 2006 when they tried to remake the traditional Sonic games. And when I mean remake, I mean shoot them up, burn them, and pretty much decimate them, and just add 3D to make it seem better. Now, Sega has never been really wise when they put their games in 3D. Existing in this? Well, let's just think. There's too many damn glitches. All the games are freaking hard. And let's just remember the silver boss in '06 when you constantly get handed to you by a silver goddamn hedgehog who just appears out of nowhere and tries to kill you. Now, for most of you who don't like Sega, Silver, I kind of like Silver. I like that is the idea of Silver. Silver always seemed like the kick-ass kind of shadow guy in all of the trailers. But this is just another example of Sega fucking their own creations up. Silver, first of all, Silver was the hardest boss in '06. It didn't even make sense. Their hardest boss was Silver. He's even harder than the last boss, Solars. I don't seem to take that. Yeah, I didn't seem to take that very well. Especially, think of it like this. Think of it like in a Mario game. Bowser's supposed to be the hardest boss in the game. That's like making Luigi the hardest boss. Contrary to he was never a boss in a Mario game. At least I don't think so. I never played a Mario game where Luigi was a boss. But I digress. Alright. The thing about Sega is that you can see they could do this shit easily. It's like they're trying to kill him. They're trying to do their worst. Example for this? Look at Sonic Unleashed. Many people have mixed feelings about this game. Why? Because Sega have yet fucked up again. Alright? This game was supposed to bring Sonic back to that mystical feeling of playing him on the Dreamcast. But instead we got a fucking werehog who's fucking slow. Absolutely. Well, I won't say that the plot was that bad, but it didn't kind of go for me. But guess what? Right after that, they give him a fucking sword. Are they trying to do their worst? Like Sega, look at the daytime levels. The only thing that Sega cares about anymore is adding more time to playing the game. It doesn't even matter if the game's real good. They just want to put time in there, which is really retarded. That's like saying this. That's like saying that Pokemon should be added on more stuff just to get more time, which they actually do, and they actually seem to pull it off. I'm not much of a Pokemon fan, But yeah, I want to concentrate on Silver for a little bit. Silver, as I said before, seems like the kick-ass shadowy type. You know, the badass, the kick-ass, whatever, the Wolverine of the story. But what we got was a retard who constantly battles with a cat. By ways, no offense to any Silver Blaze fans. I just didn't get why Blaze was in that game, but she's also in a different dimension. If that's not a plot hole, I don't know what is. But Silver the Hedgehog. First of all, I like his original design better. With the golden mane and stuff, I like that better. Second of all, I don't like his voice. Seriously. He seems like Jet the Bird's hyperactive little cousin. Well, not like that, but you know where I'm going at. His voice is so annoying that I actually had to quit the game just to calm down from his voice. If I had a choice of giving Silver his voice, I think the real thing would be kind of like Dan Green. He has like that essence to it. Like Dan Green from Yu-Gi-Oh! He puts that kind of darkness to it. I think they really could have pulled off Dan Green doing Silver. But we all know by now Sega is fucked up. Alright. I think the most inconvenient thing about Sega is that they've pissed off so many people that now people aren't even going to buy their games. Sega's like, whoa, what? You bought, thousands of people bought Sonic Unleashed and Sonic and the Black Knight and Sonic and the Secret Rings. Well, that's not the problem anymore. People are stopped being Sonic fans because you make shitty games. In fact, most people who play the games don't even play them for the games. I know one person who actually plays them for the music. I'm like, what you doing? I'm playing this game. I'm like, why? He's like, so I can get the fucking music at the end because I really want to hear that badass music. And I'm like, okay. Another thing about Sega. Look at the plot of every Sega game and tell me the person was not high. They seriously had to be on marijuana to come up with the plot of Sonic going into the storybook world. Demonstrated in Sonic and the Secret Rings. But tell me, just goddamn tell me that they weren't high when they were thinking about that. In Sonic Unleashed, tell me they didn't get high thinking of werewolf. In fact, Sonic Unleashed is a perfect example of why Sega is so fucking evil. Because they can make half the game great, but they're too fucking lazy to make the other half great. What the fuck is that? That's like making a Mario game where the entire time you just... What am I getting at? Well, you know where I'm going. You know, that's really not a good comparison. It's like making a Dragon Ball Z game, and half the time you're put in handicap to where you have to hit them 50 billion times just to kill them. That's how Sonic Unleashed was. They didn't. The only thing they made it is because they wanted to put more time in it. That's the only. Sega is obsessed with putting time in the goddamn game. They put all these shitty hub worlds in it, so we can waste our fucking time playing a game which nobody even fucking likes, just so we can get the fucking music at the end. How the fuck does that sound? How the fuck does that sound?